going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, just gonna be up here for a hot little minute. Just get a little something off my chest. You know what I'm saying? While I'm cooling in the house, it cold outside. What's going on with you? Uh, I just wanna talk about what I just put up there for the title. Stop overpaying. Stop overpaying. And the reason of this title is if you haven't been watching my shorts lately, I've been speaking on the economics of attraction, the markets, professional, personal, business, dating, society, whatever the case may be. Everything is a economical system. Everything. And one of the systems we are in right now in 2026 is the dating market and the economics of the dating market. And this is what I would tell guys right now, going into 2026. We a couple of days away. This is what I'm gonna tell guys going into 2026. Women control the market. Y'all been hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Some guys been like, that ain't true. Whatever. Okay, watch this. Women control the market. And those who control the market dictate the price of the goods. I'm going to say it again for y'all is women do control the market. So therefore, they dictate the price of the assets. Sorry to tell you guys that, but that's the truth. Now, when I sit up here and tell you guys, stop overpaying. Stop overpaying. This is how you get the market to correct itself, whether y'all want to believe this or not. It's true that men and women want to be with each other. That's without a shadow of a doubt. There's no lie in that. Men want to be with women. Women want to be with men. The problem is that as of right now, men's desire to be with women outweighs women's desire to be with men. Even though both parties still want to be with each other, men's desire to be with women outweighs women's desire to be with men. And one thing about desire is this right here. Desire is just something you want. And it's just something. It's like I was listening to somebody today talking about a woman has, I would like to, I desire sexual activity every day. Just because you desire something doesn't mean you're going to get it every day. And they were talking about religion in the Bible, and yours truly is not a Bible thumper. So they're using the Bible to say, in the Bible it says, fulfill sexual desires or your man will go out there and cheat. Sexual desires, what's going on? Sexual desires is just you desire to have this type of intercourse this many times a day, this many days a week, whatever the case may be. Them are desires. Now, with desires, does that mean you're going to get it like you want it? No. That doesn't mean just because this is what you want to happen in your bedroom, doesn't mean you're going to get what you want in your bedroom. Not on the daily. Not on the daily. So, according to the holy text, whatever the case may be, if I don't get it like I want it, then I have the right to step out. And it's like, well, it's a desire. It's not in concrete. It's not in stone that you're supposed to get this type of freaky activity every day. You might get it every so often, but to get it every day in today's time where we living in a two-income family, we trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. We trying to do everything possible to have some type of lifestyle, raise kids correctly, try to keep them out of trouble, trying to have some type of fun while paying bills and going through the trials and tribulations of life while we waiting on that 6 foot hole in the ground and that long box with a little tombstone. While we sitting up here waiting for all that to happen, we desire things. You want things. You're not guaranteed to get them. Even though you want them, it's right there within your grasp. It's right there in your face, and you can't get it for whatever reason. And you got to work to get it and still not get it. How do you feel? It's only a desire. It's only a want. It's nothing that you gotta have. Now, if you say it's a demand, if you tell Shouty, when you first start talking to this chick you talking to, y'all plan on getting married or at least be in a committed long-term relationship or whatever the case may be, if you sit here and tell Shouty, look, this is what I want in our relationship. I want to hit that this many times a day, this many days a week. Make it happen. See, that's a demand. That's a demand. If you sit there and tell whoever you're dealing with, this is my demand, this is what I want. If I can't get what I want, I don't want to deal with you. And if Shawty say, you know what, I think I can deal with that, all right, got a match. Now, I'm going to use y'all same little manipulation tactics right here, but on some ethical type things. Now you done made a demand, and she signed off on the demand, saying this man said he want this type of activity this many times a day, this many days a week, and I signed up for that. And if I get caught slipping, if I don't hold true to what I promised this man can literally revoke the deal because I didn't hold up my end of the bargain. That's how you do business. That's how you do business. Not that, well, the Bible says if you don't take care of my desires, I have the right to step out. It's a desire, it's a want. You might want some strange thing going on in your bedroom. And if this the chick you signed up for, and you didn't express that shit in the beginning of the relationship, but this is what you into, and now y'all 3 months in, 6 months in, a year in, and now you want to experiment, you want to try some little thing that you know what I'm saying, you've been holding back from because you didn't know how she was going to react, and then you just lay that shit out to her at the last minute, and she looking at you sideways like, really? You into this type of shit? I ain't signed up for this. Now you feel some type of way, and now you saying, well, if you ain't going to do it, I'll go find somebody else to do it. And she like, well, go ahead and walk out. Now she all types of BITCHs and 304s because she won't satisfy your little urge. But did you express that shit in the beginning? Did you tell Shawty in the beginning this what you was into and gave her the option to sign up for whatever you into? No, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. But I'm saying all that to say this. When it comes down to the dating market, the market done told a lot of you guys the truth. Y'all just don't like the truth. Y'all don't want to hear the truth. The market done told you guys, a lot of you guys, is this truth right here. One, because of your thirst for women, because of your need. Now, I'm correct there. When I say your need, yes, you want a woman. You want a woman in your life. You want a woman to lay next to you in the bed. You want to rub on some soft legs. You want to see that little hot thing hop out the shower smelling like Vicky's Secrets and all that right there. Yes, you do want that. You do want that. But at the same time, y'all acting needy. Y'all thirsty. Y'all doing too much. Y'all talking too much. You're doing exactly too much in the market. Doing too much. Over explaining yourself. Constantly trying to prove this, that, and the third on why women need to act this way for guys. And it's like, bro, you're coming off broke and needy. And the market is telling y'all coming off broke and needy. You need a woman to act a certain way for you to operate in the dating market. Men already know how women operate. They know how the good ones operate. They know how the bad ones operate. And they go out there and operate with them, good or bad. A man that know how to deal with women is not sitting around here telling women they need to act a certain way for me to deal with you. I don't care how you act because I will deal with you accordingly because I'm that dude. And I'm not saying that because I think I'm him. I'm that dude because I do what I want to do. If I'm a single man in today's dating market, I could do what I want to do and be straight. I could do what I want to do and be straight. So when I hear a lot of these guys that's single, baby mamas, divorced, whatever the case may be, and they constantly talking about the things that women do, I'm like, bro, they've been doing this since I was a baby. What is the complaint now? Because y'all needy. Y'all need women to act right in order for you to be comfortable, in order for you to be safe, in order for you to live up to your kinglyhood, your godlike abilities. You need them to act a certain way in order for you to be king. Name me a king that went and begged his people to act a certain way in order for him to be king. Name me the king that sit there and begged everybody in his castle, everybody in his, that he ruled over. I need y'all to act right in order for me to reign dominant over you. Don't make a lot of sense, dude. Don't make a lot of sense when y'all sitting up here asking women to act a certain way so you could be the man. Asking women to move a certain way, to talk a certain way, to act a certain way, to walk a certain way, to look a certain way. Y'all asking women to conform to whatever identity you think the perfect woman's supposed to be in just for you to be king, just for you to be that dude. And they don't do it, it's a problem. Is it a problem with them or is it a problem with them or is it a problem with you? Because you're the one asking them to straighten up. They looking at you and like, bro, you not worth my time to straighten up for. See, that's where the overpaying comes in. That's why I say the market has already told you guys the truth is that some of y'all guys don't qualify for the shit y'all asking for. You don't qualify for some of these women attention. You don't qualify for some of these women time. You don't qualify for some of these women energy. You don't qualify. You qualify for some, but you don't like the ones you qualify for because you don't get the validation from your partners. Because she got everything you want in a woman. The behavior, did that in the third. She cooks, she clean, and she act this type of way. But because she's not a pinup model for Playboy, Or she ain't one of the IG models y'all like looking at on your timelines and shit like that. Because she don't fit the description of the bad chick that your niggas was co-signing on, you don't want food with her. You don't want food with her. And you don't think the market know that? You don't think the women that actually are good women know that you with the shit? And they make it harder for you because they know you with the shit? Or what about the ones y'all always talking about? The IG model, the OnlyFans model, the twerkers, the strippers, the bad behaving chicks. You think they don't know y'all want them too? Y'all give them a lot of attention when y'all had these round table meetings and these circle jerks talking of, finding a TikTok or IG video to post so y'all could talk about the bad behaviors of women, and y'all want them women too. Y'all want them women too because getting a female that got some double D titties and 45 inches of ass and a flat stomach, real or fake, don't make y'all real no difference. Y'all don't care really. Let's be honest, we niggas. I'm a nigga. You really don't care. No, you can get your dick wet, you don't care. Shit, some of y'all be falling for the okey doke and like boy booty. I'm just being honest. But if y'all can get one of them females that y'all talk about all the time to act right, guess what? You ready to show her off. You ready to say, look at my baby, look at my boo thing, look at her, woo, woo, woo. And one of the biggest reasons I know guys like them type of females when Cooking with Kaya first hit the scene. And I called it. When me and my son first started some Cooking with Kaya shorts, some TikToks, I was looking, I was like, she all right. You know what I'm saying? She cute. You know what I'm saying? Got a little bite on or whatever the case may be. I'm checking out, I'm a nigga. I'm looking. My son, he a nigga. He looking. Then I say, all right, cool, she straight. Then she do a little dance and put the plate in your face. I'm like, all right, she can cook. All right, cool. Whatever. But I'm noticing it's like, well, she got all this wig and weeds on the head. Don't bother me. She got tattoos. Don't bother. Got piercings in the face. She twerking. I'm like, all that shit right there don't bother me. None of that shit bother me. But when I hear niggas say they don't want women wearing this, they don't want women twerking, they don't want women with tattoos, and I was like, all right, bet. That's your standard. That's what you standing on. And as soon as little Kyle come out there, motherfucker, with that plate of hot food and showing her little ass, nigga like, oh, that's a real woman. That's a real woman. I'm like, nigga, you lying to me. For y'all to sit up here and say y'all hate women with weaves and wigs, I'm like, shout her right there got a wig on right now with the fake baby hair. You don't like women with tattoos. I say I count about 3-4 tattoos on Cooking with Kaya right now. They might be little tattoos, but I can spot them out. They ain't that little why I can't see them. She got piercings in the face. You don't like that shit either. And she twerking. She twerks while she showing you the plate. I'm like, now all this shit y'all niggas say y'all don't like, why is Cooking with Kaya such a catch? Oh, cause she cooking. No, 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 no. That's not why she a catch. She a little young junk with a little body that's showing you that little ass. The food is just the icing on the cake. She could cook. But if she ain't throw that food in your motherfucking face, you'll still like her. You'll still be attracted to her. You still like her. You still follow her. You still subscribe to her shit. You'll still see what she up to. It's just that she can cook. That would make her a good woman because she can cook. But she go against everything y'all say y'all don't like. She do everything y'all say y'all don't like. And y'all saying she a good woman. And I have nothing against Cooking with Kaya. I have nothing against a lot of the women in these spaces on different platforms. I have nothing against. I'm a dude. I've been toxic for a very long time. I have not a problem looking at women shaking their ass. I don't like, I came up off that type of shit. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with none of these things these women do because I don't want them. I'm attracted to them, yeah, but I'm not all in their DM trying to get up with them and did like, no, that's not what I do. I can admire how they look. I can admire how they look, but I don't want them. And trust and believe, all you gotta do is send them a couple of dollars. You can get what you want. That ain't even. That's the easy part. That's why I always sit there and say, if I'm single and they just a couple of dollars, I can get it in. But it's the attention. It's the attention. It's the attention that drives the dating market that y'all overpay and don't get nothing back. As a man, you're spending too much in this dating market and don't get nothing back. And then you want to stand on your square. It's like, oh, I ain't gonna do it no more. Oh, I done learned my lesson. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna do that. No, you didn't. You ain't learned your lesson. You ain't learned your lesson. You know how I know you ain't learned your lesson? Because one, you scared to say what you really feel and what you really got going on in your head to these women. You scared to tell them because you don't want to lose out on a chance to hit. That's one reason I know you're never gonna get over women, because you scared to tell the truth. Now the problem with telling the truth is this right here. Some of y'all just want to be totally assholes. You want to be total assholes. You want to tell the truth no matter how brutal the truth is. And I'm sitting here like, bruh, y'all never heard of selective honesty? Like, I'm not sitting here telling a lie. I'm not gonna sit here and tell a lie. I'm just gonna tell the truth in my own special way. I'm telling the truth. Y'all ain't learned how to tell the truth without lying. It's called selective honesty. It disarms women when you tell them the truth in a special way. Oh, they believe anything you say. I mean, this is business. This sales. Of course, I'm supposed to say what I gotta say to close the sale. It's right or wrong. Right or wrong. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to them. I'm just gonna tell them the truth in my own special way. You think she cute? Yeah, I think she cute. I told her she cute. Now what? She really ain't cute, big dog. She cute to me. See, that's the problem right there. What? Because I think Shawty cute, and I said Shawty was cute, and because you don't think she cute, I'm lying. I'm lying because you don't think she cute. So what I said is invalid because of how you feel. You's a liar. But all this shit is attention, and niggas give up too much attention and then get mad because they don't get the reciprocity. They get mad because they don't get the reciprocity. They get mad because women don't get it back to them how they want to get it back to them. And then when you think about what's the number one thing y'all want from women, pussy. It's on all y'all niggas top one. I gotta get that. I gotta get that. I gotta get that. You think they don't know that either? You think they don't know that either? And what be so crazy to me is that when I hear guys talking about they can't deal with women they age. I'm in my 40s, close to my 50s. I'm, a couple more years I'll be 50. Cool. Y'all act like the women that you say you can't get along with didn't birth the women you trying to get up on. Y'all act like the women you say you can't get along with, women your own age, didn't give birth to the women you trying to smash on. And you mean tell me that the women you can't get along with, late 80s, 90s, whatever the case may be, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm talking about Gen X women. My mother-in-law a Gen X woman. Go figure. She was born in 66. And you mean tell me the women that gave birth to these women y'all dealing with now that y'all want to smash on didn't get no information about the women that you was running through? Gen X? You mean tell me that these women didn't pass down no information to their daughters whether they was in a two-parent household or a single-parent household about how niggas operate and how niggas just want pussy and they gonna tell you this, that, and the third just to get some of this shit? You mean tell me that they didn't tell their daughters and nieces and cousins that type of shit on how we operate? Because they done went through it already, and now you want to come back as a 45-year-old nigga talking about, see, I ain't like that. I got something to teach you. It's the same shit you said to her mama. And you were free balling when you said it to her mama. You were freestyling because you really didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. You just had a female that was in love with you and hung on to your every little word, and you did her like some shit. But then it's all her fault when you in child support court. I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. So now you want to go get a 25-year-old and say you finna make her your wife when she barely out of college and barely doing this and barely doing that. She ain't wifey material yet. She might got potential to be there, but you want her to be there now because you up in age and you ready for somebody to wipe your ass and shit like that. And did make your phone call for doctor's appointments and shit like that. You finna go get this little 25-year-old junk that fresh out of college that ain't got a chance to do shit. And you want her to be signed up to be your nurse? You think they don't know that shit? You think they don't know how we operate as men? And I'm saying we because I'm a man. I'm saying we because I did some of the dumb shit y'all niggas be trying to do, and I corrected myself over time. But see, what I was doing my dumb shit, I gained value. I stood on business, which a lot of y'all don't stand on. Is like, again, when it comes down to trying to correct a woman so you can win, it's like, I wasn't trying to correct none of them to win. I'm gonna do what the fuck I do. If you don't want to ride, bye. Kick rocks. I get another one. But most men can't do that. Why you can't do that? Why you as a red-blooded American man can't tell a woman bye? You ain't rocking with how I get down, be gone. I find someone that will. Why you can't say that? Why is it so hard for you to say that? Again, you scared if you say that, she gonna walk out the door and you ain't gonna have another opportunity to smash another female that look just as good as her or better. You scared. You scared. When you sit up here and say, I ain't like, look, I say what the fuck I want to say and my options stay open. I do what the fuck I want to do, my options stay open. If I could sit here, and it been several times, I sit here and told my own wife, if you don't like how I get down, you can leave. You can leave me alone if you don't like how I get down. If you don't like how I talk, if you don't like how I think, you don't like how I move, if you don't like it, you free to go. You free to make a bust a move. You free to bust a move. And guess what? I replace you. Would it be the same type of woman that's wifey material? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But just on some pussy, just getting my dick wet, I could get some more pussy. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. When y'all guys gonna start thinking like that? And this no disrespect to women, none whatsoever. None whatsoever, because I would tell women the same thing. Quit chasing behind these nothing ass niggas, giving them everything you got, and they selling you pipe dreams. I would tell women the same thing. But I don't talk to women. I don't give advice to women. I give advice to men. When you gonna stop chasing women that don't want you? When you gonna stop trying to bash them over the head and try to convince them to stop doing shit just so you can win? It's getting old. I just said this not too long ago before I got up here. I said, man, I've been hearing winter coming since I started listening to this shit in 2019. I've been hearing winter coming. It's gonna get cold for women. Winter coming, winter coming, winter coming. And I be sitting here like, when? This is going on, what is it, 2019 when I first heard that shit. It can be 2026 in a couple of days. Damn near 7 years. I done heard winter coming. I ain't seen winter yet. I ain't seen the catastrophic event to make women change their behavior and go back in the house and ask for the broom, the bedpost, and the motherfucking skillet. I ain't seen it. I sat up here and tell guys over and over again, like, bruh, they not going back in the house. They're not going back to where they were just property. They're not going that way. Get over it. Get over it and adjust. Get over that shit and adjust and adapt to what's going on there. You're stuck in the past and you going to get ran over by the future. Because you so busy trying to hold on to what you think makes you a man that you can't even see like it's other ways to progress and still hold on to your masculinity. You just don't want to do it because your ideal masculinity is like, got to pay all the bills. You jump when I say jump. Don't question nothing I do. Oh, and if you don't keep yourself together, it might be a chance I step out on you. But because I'm a high value nigga and I got options. You a high value nigga that got options. So if she don't move how you want her to move, you gonna exercise your options. Bet. My question this is right here. Why the hell is you dealing with a woman that not moving how you want to move in the first place? Why is you dealing with a woman that ain't moving how you want her to move in the first place? Why? Why? You got a plan. You got a program. This is what you stand on as a man. These your principle. This your value system. Whatever the case may be. Whatever defines you as a man. Whatever defines your masculinity. You supposed to stand on that shit regardless of the situation. Why the hell are you dealing with a woman that's not on your plan? And you catering to her to stay around with you instead of getting rid of her. When I sit up here and say I'm a bad guy that's a good leader, I'm a bad guy that's a good leader. I'm a bad guy that's a good leader. I had something put in place. I didn't even have a plan when me and my wife got married, but I grew a plan as I kept being with her. I'm talking to her, seeing what she got going on, see do that match up with what I got going on. We having these discussions day in and day out, month in and month out. We going through all these type of things. And as I'm talking to her, I'm making the plan as I go. Okay. All right. Okay. I can do that. But this is what I ain't gonna do. This is against my rules. This is against my value. I can't do that. I'll do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. Oh, if you don't want to deal with that, you kick rocks. You ain't finna pressure me to move no faster than I'm already moving. If you don't like how I'm moving, bye. Why y'all conforming to females that's gonna come to give y'all attitudes and shit like that, and then you trying to get them to stay when they showing you they don't like you? They don't like you. You doing too much for them to stay around you. They don't like you. Then when you're doing too much to try to get them to act right, they don't like you. Y'all don't even know if y'all want to be good guys or bad guys. I can't tell them the truth because I can't get no pussy. So I got to lie to them. But you a good man. Fuck. You got morals, you got value, you got integrity, but you willing to lie to get a piece of ass. And then got the nerve to try to tell a guy like me, I'm a piece of shit because I'll lie. I told you niggas before, I don't have a problem telling a female what the. I tell them what they want to hear. It's the truth. It might sound like a lie, but it's the truth. Oh, you're telling sweet nothings. Yeah, I like talking sweet. I like talking nice to women. That's not a lie. Like, yes, they'll believe the nigga that ain't shit. They believe the nigga that is shit. But for you to sit there and say you a good dude and say I have to resort to lying just so I can get a piece of ass, like how good are you really? How good are you really just to get a piece of ass? You'll lie to get a piece of ass, and then when post nut clarity kick in, now you don't want it no more. It's I'm like, well, why you go through all the bullshit to get if you don't want her? I just want to see what it was like. And you went through all that. You came up with all type of stories and exaggerations just to get a little piece of ass, and once you got it and you don't want it no more, now is eh. And now she gone back in the dating pool, feeling some type of way because she might like you, she might saw a future with you, whatever the case may be, and you just pissed on her. And now she in the dating pool mad and can't trust niggas. And now she finna get the next nigga a hard time, and he might have good intentions, but she finna give him a hard time because of your crazy ass. They're gonna turn around and say women ain't shit. They crazy. They ain't loyal. They only value themselves. They only looking out for themselves. But you just lied to a female to get her cheeks and threw her back in the pool. Why go through all that just to throw her back? Why go through all the extra bullshit just to throw her back? And then if a nigga go back and get the same chick you just got through dealing with and treat her nice and treat her special, she start digging, dude, here you come. And you know she a hoe. You know what her nickname is. You know this, you know that. Oh, I got video. So what? Now you finna expose the chick because she found the nigga that like her. Now you trying to keep her lonely because she done found the nigga that like her. Now you willing to go through and show private sessions that y'all recorded to a random dude that she like just to say, well, you can't trust these hoes, they ain't loyal. Look, here you go. Here you go. She a hoe. Look what she doing to me. And this something I gotta say about that type of shit. Like, bro, get over that shit, bro. Get over that shit. Cause in my head, if she 18, chances are she been fucking since 6th grade. I said it. 18, 19, 20, 21. Y'all little age range, y'all like to swing for and shit like that. Chances are, if she 21, she got more than one body. By the time you get to her at 21, chances are she been doing what she been doing since 6th, 7th grade. Good possibility. Good possibility. So are you gonna count the body she got in 8th grade, or you just gonna wipe them bodies off her slate and start over when you get her? Or you gonna sit there and say, well, those some little niggas, like you comparing dick sizes because they was might some 8th graders, and you this nigga then 25, 30, and she 21, and you comparing, well, I ain't worried about that because them some little bit dick niggas. I ain't worried about them. They wasn't doing nothing. They wasn't doing shit. So which one is it? Is it you worried about her body count, or you like I ain't worried about because the nigga she'll probably fucking his dick won't big yet? I'm asking questions. I gotta know the answers to them. I put it in my head like once I got out of high school, I ain't looking for a virgin. Why are you still looking for virgins in your 30s? I stopped looking for a virgin at 18. Why are you still looking for them at 30? Dude, is they around? Yeah, they around. But shit, you gonna come across a female that got at least one body quicker than you come across a female that has no bodies. And chances are you come across that chick that has no bodies and fit all the damn categories on your checklist, chances are you ain't the only dude that's gonna chase up behind her. Still gonna be a competition, and the best man still gonna win. So one of y'all niggas gonna get the virgin that got the good behavior, that cook clean, and gonna do all the little freak ass tricks and know how to act in public, and did no tattoos and no wigs and no lashes and all that type of shit. Chances are, if you get her, gonna be a bunch of other niggas trying to get her too, and she only gonna go to one of y'all. And the rest of y'all niggas gonna be right up on this motherfucking YouTube complaining about bitches ain't shit. Cause they only gonna go to the nigga that gonna give them the more resources. And that how it always been. Ain't how this shit always been that the nigga with the most resources get the woman? And that how this always been? And I ain't even talking about before the autonomy and they right to vote and they right to have their own money. I'm like, oh no, I'm talking about the whole patriarchy. And I ain't talking about color purple. And, we ain't gonna talk about color purple. Color purple will never be one of my references. Trust me. It's not that deep. I don't even remember. I remember it's gonna rain on your head and everything you do, and I don't remember the movie. I was 80, 84, 83. I didn't watch that tough when I was a little adolescent. I don't know. Women of Brewster Place, Color Purple, I don't know. Shit, me and my wife got watch Golden Girls right now, and I started shit. Y'all, I watched Golden Girl growing up at my grandmama's house on Saturdays when I was spending the night. And I didn't understand what them folk was saying back then. I like now, as an adult watching Golden Girl, I sit here and say with all my heart, Blanche Devereaux ruined more females than any black female on TV. I said that. Blanche Elaine Devereaux, B-E-D. Just her name by itself spelled big. Take the first letter out of her whole name. Blanche Elaine Devereaux. Big. Me and my wife watch Golden Girls every night. Every night. Blanche Devereaux said the most freakiest shit allowed on TV at that time. She is never without a dick in her bed. Several dicks in her bed. This lady literally rented out a Mercedes Benz and put up for sale just so she could have niggas come to her house because she was in a drought. Blanche Devereaux did more damage to women than any black female I know of. Dorothy was a feminist. And poor little Sophia, she will say whatever the fuck she want to say, and ain't nobody gonna stop her from saying it. Them women right there, back in the 80s, did more damage to these women now than any black female I ever saw on TV. Like the black folks we saw coming up, the damn Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Good Times and all them black women, them motherfuckers wasn't crazy. The Golden Girl was crazy. The worst I would say was Sandra Clark on 227. I sit up here and be tripping off you guys. I be laughing, I be rolling. My wife be listening to y'all niggas. She be like, y'all niggas soft, mushy, crybabies, needy, thirsty. And the women y'all want, you think they don't understand that shit? You think that's why they can sit here and look at you and say, you gonna do what another nigga will do because they know a nigga will do it because niggas thirsty. Niggas had no power. The number one commodity, the number one thing you want from women is it between your legs. And then if the pussy good and you like her, then everything else come into play. And if she don't cook, she don't clean, she don't do none of the other thing, now you mad at her because she won't do none of the other thing, but you got what you wanted. The first thing that was on your priority list was to get that little nook monster. You got that, and now you want to do everything else. when it wasn't even a requirement. Because if you asked for that shit in the beginning and she told she couldn't cook home cooked meals and she barely kept her house clean, the roaches and the rats playing volleyball in the corner of the bedroom, if she told you all that shit in the beginning, that she wasn't gonna do all that wifey shit, would you still gave her some dick? Would you still piped her down? Even as she told you she wasn't doing none of that type of shit. And the chances are you probably will because you wasn't finna miss up an opportunity to get some pussy. But you're gonna be mad at her because she won't cook and clean. And that's only after you like her. Because you still have the option to either deal with her or not after posting her clarity. And you think that women in today's dating market don't understand the game that niggas play by sitting up here saying they want this, that, and the third. You can't want weddings. You can't want marriage because you say marriage has no benefits because you always looking ahead to divorce and alimony and child support and all that type of shit. So y'all don't want that. Then you say you don't want to be in no relationships because the juice ain't worth the squeeze. You don't want to spend no money. Take your girlfriend to Chili's, to take a chick out to eat to the movies, skating, bowling, something that requires you to come out your pocket for an evening. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. But pussy always on the table, and you willing to break yourself to get a piece of ass. You willing to break yourself to get a little ass, and you cool with that. You willing to send somebody $19.99 a month to their old wealth just to see her fuck another nigga. Just so she get smashed by another nigga, you gonna pay $20 a month to see that. You're gonna send DMs to IG models that you know you ain't got no chance of getting and get mad when she comes to keeping your shit on red. And you gonna say women are the problem because they won't give your lame ass a chance. When they done already told you, it's like, nigga, you ain't worth it. You ain't worth it. And don't get this shit twisted, because it's niggas on every level, high class and low class. It's niggas that got value on every level. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas on every level that got value that women are just gonna draw to. They gonna flock to. They gonna want to be around them and shit like that. It's niggas on every level. And them niggas right there get to pick and choose. They got the options. They not needy. That's one thing I'm glad my grandmama taught me and my brother was like, she showed me how to do things for myself so I won't have to be needy. So I won't have to be up here crying and complaining, talking about I can't never get a female. I'm not needy. I'm straight. If I want one, I get one. If I don't want one, I have that option. I don't need one. I ain't sitting up here like, oh, I need. That's what the problem is. Y'all need. You need. But again, y'all overpaying for a need instead of you standing on your business and getting what you want. Getting what you want. Cause you don't make six figures. I ain't never seen six figures in my life. Not in 1 year. Maybe over time I done seen six figures, but not in no 1 year. Never had a six pack. I got a nice package. I got that. Kind of handsome. I think I am. I've been told I was handsome a lot. So I'm gonna take their word for it. I'm 6 feet. When I got with my wife, I was a janitor cleaning shit. and talking shit, having options as a janitor. And you mean tell me you niggas ain't got the nuts to stand on to have options to get what the fuck you want in a relationship? Is you that scared of telling the women the truth? Are you? Are you that scared to tell women the truth about what you really want and willing to let women bypass, willing to let women walk away, regardless of how they look and this, that, and the third, until you get what you want? Are you willing to do that? A lot of y'all not willing to do that. A lot of y'all not willing to do that. And again, the women know that. Again, women know that. And until you guys stop overpaying for it, until you guys stop spending all your money for it and not really getting what you want, until you guys stop spending all your attention on females and not getting it back, stop spending all your time and not getting it back. Until you niggas stop doing so fucking much for females that's not giving it back to you, they gonna always control the market. They're gonna always control the market. If you don't sit up there and stand on your square and do what you supposed to do as a man and gain your motherfucking value, gain your motherfucking worth, build your motherfucking shit up, so you could be that nigga with or without a chick. If y'all don't sit up here and quit, stop crying and shit, talking about it ain't fair, it ain't fair, it ain't fair. Nigga, life ain't fair. You keep going. Life ain't fair. This shit ain't paid with gold. There's some dog corners around this motherfucker. There's some dog alleys y'all gotta go down and shit like that. And y'all don't want to go down them because of the simple fact you scared of what's on the other end of the alley. You scared what's in the alley. Y'all sit up here and talk about all the tricks in the trade that women got going on. Like, bro, I could have told y'all that shit in a 60-minute interview. I could have told you all that type of shit. Now what you gonna do? Now you know all the things they do. You know they gonna, if you ain't that nigga, they gonna find another nigga. If you know all the shit that women capable of doing. What's your move? You gonna be on the offense or on defense? You gonna take everything you picked up over the past 10, 15 years in these spaces, and you gonna apply that shit so you can get what you want? Or you gonna sit back and play defense and act like, I'm scared. I'm scared. And then when niggas go out there and conquer, you be like, oh, you lucky. Oh, you're pre-selected. Oh, you got money. Oh, you got this. Oh, you got that. Oh, it ain't like, bruh. You sat back and watched this nigga right here go out there and conquer, and then you gonna tell him how he conquered. You gonna tell him why he conquered. Why women's flocking to him and shit like that. You gonna tell him how women flock to him. Oh, that's cause you 6'4". Just cause he's 6'4" don't mean he can keep the chick. Just cause he's 6'4" don't mean he can keep her. Oh, you got money. Just cause he got money don't mean he gonna keep her. He might got to a little bit quicker, but that don't mean she off limits. That don't mean he gonna keep her on the wraps. Cause the same way this 6'4" nigga got her, the 5'8" nigga can get her. And it gonna be two different ways these nigga got her. It'll be two different ways both of these niggas end up fucking the same female. He got money, that nigga got 5 figures, he got 6, 7 figures, and both of them still smash. That's all I'm saying. Stop overpaying. Stop paying. Stop giving. You want control of the market, start giving up all your attention. That's plain and simple. If you stop giving women attention, if you stop giving them a whole lot of attention, if you stop focusing on everything they do and just work on yourself, they'll conform. They'll change. Once they realize all the shit they do, the good chicks, they already in there. They already know what to do for a nigga. They ready to do it for a nigga anyway. They just ain't got no nigga to do it for, cause niggas be on some available shit. All these niggas available, ain't none of them rare. They be on some available shit. And they already ready to cater to a nigga. It's just like shit. All these niggas move the same. What I look like fucking with the same niggas over and over again, that's dumb. That's slow. But they ready to cater to a nigga. They just looking for the right nigga to cater to. They already done ready to do it. Then the chicks that y'all got a problem with, the ones that's bad behaving and got down, well, guess what? Once they realize that shit don't work, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna find another way to get your attention. They're gonna find another way. Or they just gonna start buckling down and say, you know what? In order for me to get a nigga, I gotta move a certain motherfucking way. That's how you correct the market. Not by sitting up here telling these women what they need to do. Not by sitting up here calling out their bad behavior and all that every day for the past 15 years. That's not how they gonna correct. Men gotta correct themselves and move a certain motherfucking way to get the women to move a certain motherfucking way. And I know y'all don't like to hear that shit. Oh, you trying to tell the men to better themselves. Nigga, better yourself. Better yourself. Do that. Stand on something. Stand on something. As long as we keep moving the way we move, and guess what? Y'all never to control the market. They always gonna run over you motherfuckers. They always gonna dictate the price, and you gonna pay the motherfucking price because you're thirsty. You're thirsty. It's like you walking around in the Sahara. Nah, better yet, you remind me of John Wick in John Wick 3. After him and Halle Berry had that big ass shootout, and they up in the motherfucking desert, and she gave that nigga some spit water and told him, get it how you live, Wick. That's what y'all niggas looking like. Drinking on spit water, walking through the desert, trying to find something. Thirsty. Thirsty. So anyway, I just had to get this shit out my chest. Nothing major. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I get a little pushback. Maybe I get some people to agree. Either way it go, I said what I said. I said what I said. So anyway, I'm gonna holler at y'all good people later. Bye-bye.